What we have a twofold challenge. One is PERS, which is at the state level, and two is, do we keep not developing until the state of California orders us to develop?
And that's what is about to happen. With last week's passage of Senate Bill 35, the relationship between Sacramento and affordable housing throughout the state of California voted to get moving even faster on the issue. It's about RHNA, Regional Housing Assessment, the tool the state uses to gauge, mark, and mandate affordable housing units in California, including Huntington Beach. HB is short in its mandate by 410 units. In fact, the majority of cities are delinquent in the state mandate. And because jobs are outpacing the creation of housing, 3 jobs to every 1 house, SB35 was passed, in part, to address a housing shortfall. In Orange County, it's estimated the shortfall is around 100,000 units. Pretty bad if an estimated 80% of nurses who work in OC have to commute every day. At a recent B2B mixer at the venue by 3 Pedals, HB City Councilman Mike Posey gave a legislative update to attendees prior to last week's state action. Posey places the current state of affairs then as striking a balance between economic reality and being a representative of a very popular Surf City move-to destination.
I'm not talking about subsidized housing. I'm talking about housing options that have affordability. Right now, the median home price for a house in Huntington Beach is $800,000. $800,000 is $200,000 down and a $4,000 or $5,000 a month mortgage. The alternative is $2,500 a month to $3,000 a month in rent. Many people say that that's not affordable, but it has affordability when the alternative is an $800,000 single-family home. So we really have to accept that and embrace it and manage it.
Mr. Posey, who sits on the Governmental Affairs Committee for the city, chamber, and the Associated Cities of Orange County, was the first to set off the alarm bells about the draconian pitfalls of a coming SB 35.
What SB 35 will do is allow development virtually anywhere that's zoned for it without planning commission approval, city council approval, or public input. It will be ministerial over-the-counter approval by law. So if you don't like high-density development, you don't want any development, you don't want any apartments anywhere at any time, the battle is in Sacramento, not at city council, because Sacramento is going to tell us what to build because we haven't delivered on a regional housing needs assignment that we agreed to 4 years ago.
The city still has time to react. A solution: come up with the 410 shortfall for RHNA. And Surf City is in compliance and off the state's radar. No shortfall, no loss of control.
And I respect the residents that don't want new housing in what, especially what we call high density or higher density development, in what was thought of or believed to be a suburban beachside community. And I respect that. And that's why I agreed to the building standard changes back in 2015.
SB 35 bombshell even reached City Council last night and almost caused a complete postponement of last night's voting of the city's very important general plan and how it relates to housing.
Because the state law they basically took away any sort of discretionary review from local agencies, we will probably see a lot more applications. There are some cities that are being inundated right now with accessory dwelling units. And so when we get our next RHNA cycle, we'll probably be able to count a larger number of accessory dwelling units toward our moderate and low income units.
Did we factor in the potential for accessory dwelling unit proliferation, the circulation element then too?
No, you don't get to do that as part of what was adopted with the state law changes, but certainly it's something that we're watching. There are some cities, I know of one for sure, Santa Barbara. I don't know if it's a city or the county, but they have something like over 300 applications in process. We're not there. We probably have, what would you say? Yeah, 5 maybe. So we're okay, but there are some cities that are starting to see an inundation, and it's affecting their staffing resources and probably their neighborhoods soon.
Control of a future Huntington Beach should always rest with its citizens. For HB Business News, This is Matt Liffering.